So what types of social media content get the most engagement? Well, I'm going to show you 3 types of social media posts in this short video to give you some more insights there. Hey, what's up? Yuri Elkaim here from Healthpreneur. I'm going to switch over to my screen for a second. That's me. Founder and CEO of Healthpreneur. We help health professionals fill and scale their practices by working smarter, not harder. And, you know, we live in a day and age where grind and hustle is given this badge of honor, like cranking out everything on social media is the name of the game. And quite honestly, if you want to build a social media following, you kind of have to do that. And I'll be very honest with you, I haven't been willing to play that game because I haven't had to. You know, we've built a very successful business that's largely been built on predictable paid traffic funnels. And, you know, I use social media because I choose to, not because I have to. But even though, you know, if I do embark on different social media platforms, I want to make the most use of my time, right? There's nothing worse than posting something that no one sees or posting something no one engages with. And so what I want to do here is I want to give you 3 ideas about how you can get more engagement with what you do on social media. Now, I will say, you know, I've made some mistakes in the past with our Instagram following. We have about 7,700 followers as of this recording. I made the dumb mistake when I was starting out there to buy some followers. Never do that. Because what happened was that most of those people were 12-year-old kids in Venezuela, as an example. Completely unengaged, not our audience, obviously. And we had to delete like 10,000 people off our Instagram account. And our engagement has never recovered from that. So never, ever, 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 ever buy followers. I promise you, you will never recover from that. It is horribly damaging. Okay. And that was a mistake that I made. That was my fault. And hopefully I can pass that lesson on to you so you never get you never go down that road. Because listen, like the thing with social media is there's no easy button. There's no quick fix. Social media platforms, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, doesn't matter which one it is, rewards attention. They want to keep you and everyone else on their platforms because the more people and more attention they command on their platforms, the more money they make from advertising. This is not a conspiracy theory. This is how it works. If you don't believe me, watch the movie The Social Dilemma. If you've been around for a long time, I've been online now for 17 years, right? I understand how this game works. I built 2 very successful businesses. And I promise you, if you're looking to do social media, you have to do it the right way. And what that means is you have to actually engage with people in a normal, natural fashion. Do not, and I'll give you a couple examples of what not to do, okay? So first and foremost, I'm going to show you an example of a post on my page. My personal profile on Facebook. So here's an example of a post that gets a lot of engagement. Has anyone else like yerba mate? It's a South American tea. I like it. It's nice. I just put this up. 51 comments. People are like, nah, it's awesome. And some people are like, no, it's not. No. A buddy of mine was like, I like yerba mate as much as I like coffee enemas. And I was like, so that's a hell yes. Anyways. Just having some fun on that. So this is an example of a post that is what I call an engagement post. And I've created some other videos on this channel around this topic. If you want to check those out, by all means, go to our social media playlist for those videos. So using a question like this is how you engage people on social media. Now, the thing is you have to engage when people leave a comment. Don't just like ignore it. Engage in the conversation. The social platforms acknowledge this and reward you and show your stuff to more people, the more engagement your posts have. So here's one. So that's one example. Let's see if there's another. So here's another one, right? What's your go-to type of bodywork? 28 comments, a bunch of people talking about how they recommend chiropractic, ART, massage, acupuncture, whatever it is. So when you look at statements like this, even though it's, interesting, never let fear, self-doubt, or other people's opinions determine your destiny. Okay, I got 9 thumbs up, 1 comment. So it's like, okay, you have to look at what's working and what isn't, okay? Any kind of self-promotion stuff, like YouTube videos, again, like 2 thumbs up, 1 share. It's not a huge amount. So you have to understand what gets people engaged. I want to show you an example on Twitter of a good buddy of mine, Dango, who's actually was a client of ours and got a little bit too successful for his own good. So great guy. And he's got 28,000 followers on Twitter. And I just want to show you some of his posts. By the way, follow him if you want some really great wisdom when it comes to health and life. So I'll just kind of scroll through here. So you can see a lot of his posts. This is a thread, I think. But look at this. So he's got, threads embedded, different posts in here. I'm just going to go down to where I can see one that's a little more of a one-off. So you can see his posts are very short. They're to the point. They're helpful. There's no self-promotion. It's like, here's some helpful wisdom. Boom. You can see the comments, 11 comments, 120 likes, 129 likes. Stop buying face cream, start drinking 3 liters to a gallon of water a day. Simple advice, okay? And on Twitter, this type of stuff works well. Now on Instagram, it's a little bit of a different story because it's a very visual platform, right? But the key here is that use stuff that people engage with, right? Ask questions, share helpful stuff. It's not rocket science. And if you look at people like Dan, I think they do a tremendous job. Now, let me give you another example of another friend, Lewis Howes. So 185,000 subscribers. You can see when he posts something, it's all inspirational, right? So 606 likes. So there's not as much back and forth questioning here. It's more of like, here's some inspirational, here's some happy vibes type of stuff. And it just gets people feeling good, right? And so that's the approach he's taken with this stuff. And you can see a lot of the engagement. Now, what I will say, though, is when you look at someone like Amy Porterfield, and if you have no idea who these people are, that's okay. But Amy Porterfield is one of the leaders in the online marketing space. All right, so if I look at her stuff, the difference here is that a lot of this stuff is just like, hey, here's a new video, new podcast. And look at this. For someone with her following, 152,000 followers, she has 0 engagement on her posts, right? And she's a great person. I'm not knocking her. I'm just saying here's just something to look at. Right? 1 retweet, 4 likes, very little engagement. So there's no comments, nothing. Now, I don't think Twitter is her main platform. Maybe, I don't know how she uses it, but there's a lot of automation happening here. So a lot of these like auto posting from like, here's the newest episode from the podcast. You can see this Libsyn on published. That basically means Libsyn is automatically publishing or posting to her feed from when a new podcast goes out. And you can see this gets 0 engagement. And the challenge with this is that when you do things to create a huge amount of content, more is better. More is better on social media as long as more gets engagement. If more doesn't get engagement, you end up digging yourself a deeper hole. So it's not a good strategy. So if we go back to another example of a post that I think is just a smart thing to do, and this is something I don't do enough of. This is something I just literally posted this morning inside of our Successful Health Practitioners group on the Facebook. How do you refer to people you serve? Clients, patients, or customers? Super simple. Create a poll, get people to engage with it. The more they engage, the more they're going to see your stuff. All right? And the reason this is important is that if you want people to know who you are, you want to command their attention because that's the currency we're all playing with, and you want some of them potentially to do business with you as clients or patients, they have to know who you are. Because the best product doesn't win, the best known product does. That's why McDonald's is way bigger than, Joe Blow's coffee shop or Joe Blow's burger joint down the street. So your goal should be to do whatever you can, if you're on social media, to command attention, to be known. And the sad reality is that you cannot shortcut this. I've tried it in the past. I've used the automation tools, paid for fake followers. I'm being super honest about that. And none of that works. And I'll just be very honest with you here. So right now, as of this recording, I just literally set up my Twitter account. So right now, I've got 39 followers. And my intention with this is that my goal is to spend at least 1 hour a day on Twitter for the next 1 year at a minimum. I'm going to be posting stuff, engaging with people, and building it the right way. Now, I've been online since 2006. And I've had to learn, I'm a pretty slow learner apparently. I've had to learn the hard way of what not to do. And now, again, literally, I just set up this account like 2 days ago. And so join me on this journey if you like. If you're on Twitter, join me on Twitter and just watch how it goes. And I promise you, there's not going to be a lot of automation here. There's going to be very much like, hey, it's me, I'm actually messaging you type of stuff. And why would I do that? Well, I have the time. We've built a very successful business. Most of our business is run by my team. Most of our marketing is automated. It's doing very well. And I spend a lot of my time with my clients and obviously on the bigger stuff of the business. So for me to spend 1 hour a day on Twitter to actively and actually authentically post stuff is a good use of my time. Because for me, this is not a I need clients tomorrow game. This is let's build this the right way. So in 5 years from now, it's huge, right? And that's the game you need to play if you're playing on social. The challenge is that if you need to use social media organically and free to get patients and clients, it's going to be challenging. And so you just have to be aware of that. Now, anyways, if this is making sense, and this is like, okay, cool, that's helpful, good to know. We have a great tool called the Social Authority Amplifier. Specifically, it's one page that's going to help you map out an entire month's worth of content on social media in just 1 hour. If that's something you'd like, this is actually a tool and a training we give to all of our mastermind clients. It's made a huge difference in their businesses. If you'd like that as well, then there should be a link below this video. If not, check in the comments and click on that. It'll take you over to the page where you can download this resource and this tool absolutely free. So you just have a better template, a better process to follow for creating content that is not just like how to, but helpful stuff that engages your audience, builds more engagement, and as a result, improves your following over the next coming weeks, months, and years. So thank you so much for joining me. Hope this has found you well. If you've enjoyed this video, remember to subscribe to the channel. We've got lots of great stuff to help you build your practice and your business. And I appreciate your attention. Thanks so much. Yuri Elkaim here, signing off. I'll see you soon.